It's your boy DJ Akademiks. Enough is enough. No more responses to Kendrick Lamar's verse on Control. No more cheerleading, no more dick riding, no more struggle bars. Y'all just proving him right on what he said the first time, which is y'all niggas need to step your bars up. Listen, Young Guru said it best. I watched this video online. And he equated it to basketball, which is a good comparison. What Kendrick did on Control was Kobe Bryant putting up 81 points. Yes, everybody's dropping responses now. And yeah, some of them are pretty good. Some of them are just good and some of them are garbage. But for the most part, most of the people responding are putting out good verses, good responses. However, it's not 81. I'm going to go over some of these responses that got put out so far. To me, B.O.B. response was whack. I know a lot of people is feeling it, but I'm not feeling it. That shit's garbage. I'm not feeling that. I'm judging you at a very high level. I'm not judging you on an average rap day. I'm judging you compared to the shit I heard from Kendrick Lamar. B.O.B., come again. Step it up. The first rapper from New York who responded, Joel Ortiz. That was a 35-point game. On a regular night, niggas is dick riding you on SportsCenter. You all over the highlights. But it's not 81. Without the comparison to Kendrick, you did an amazing verse. I love the lyricism. I love how you came out. Love the whole flow. But it's not 81. It's not Kendrick. King Los, he came with a solid 30-point game. On a regular night. Very good. Incredible lyrical performance. But it's just not better than Kendrick. Fred the Godson, another 25-point game. On a regular night, he stepped it up from his usual performance. We will be applauding you. But it's not 81. Cassidy, he took off the knee brace. He shocked us. He pulled out a couple old crossover moves from his past. He dropped a 30-point game. But it's still not better than Kendrick. Then we got some people that responded that I didn't even know still raps or existed. J.R. Ryder? What? I seen him tweet, "Oh, somebody's in trouble," with a twit pic of the booth. Like he was about to spit something serious. Nigga, please. That shit was a 10-point game, 5 out of 16 shooting from the field. Come again. Lupe, you could do better than that, my nigga. After all the slander you actually aimed in Kendrick Lamar's direction and you come out playing like that, you look like Drake trying to get in the Miami Heat locker room after the finals. Nobody invited you, nigga. Come again. Iman Shumpert. Since when do we have basketball players actually just rapping? My nigga, you should be working out trying to make sure you get to the NBA finals next year. That shit you spit, all struggle bars. That was a 2 assists, 10 turnover game. Come again, nigga. Between those struggle bars that this nigga Iman Shumpert spit, with J.R. Smith over there down his hair, we got Meta World Peace trying to get to the booth next to drop a response to Kendrick. I've thrown all the New York Knicks' hopes of going to the playoffs in the bushes where 40 Glock got thrown in. Just where they belong. I mean, damn. Who's next? Is Melo going to come out with some verses? Who's next to really get in the booth that shouldn't be there to actually respond? Looks like the Knicks got their version of the Three Stooges all doing bullshit this offseason. Knicks fans, I don't know what y'all going to do. But still, who's next to come out trying to provide a response to Kendrick? Is Aaron Hernandez going to tweet out or send a letter with some handwritten bars from jail, some handwritten killer bars? What are you going to do? Is Jerry Sandusky probably saying, listen, forget Kendrick, I'm writing some ill bars for mindless behavior? What y'all doing out here? To keep it real, to be honest, the people that didn't get mentioned were more upset than the people that were mentioned. TMZ caught Wale saying it. He was like, I bet it had been mentioned. To me, he looks like he don't got a problem with the verse. He seems like he's just happy to be in the conversation. As long as he's at the table eating, he don't care if he's at the head of the table. He just wants to be at the table in general. He just happened to be in the conversation. But you know what? That's exactly what's wrong with the game right now. Make this shit competitive again. Challenge each other. Like, you got to call each other out. You got to defend your shit. You got to challenge other people to look at your work and make something better. And that's what Kendrick did, and that's why I salute him. But still, I'm tired of the response verses. Enough. Enough is enough. I don't want to hear no more response verses past Friday. After Friday, I don't want to hear no more lyrics. All the lyricism shit is cool, but I'm exhausted. I'm done with it. After Friday, I don't want to hear no more. I'm back to being on that Versace shit. Don't get me wrong. I love what this verse is taking hip-hop. It's challenging fans. It's challenging MCs. And it's really trying to get us to a place where we look for higher quality in music, which is always good. But we all got to understand that the game right now, compared to where it used to be, is in a much better place. Hip-hop now got a lot of balance that it lacked in the last, 10 years ago. 10 years or 5 to 10 years ago, it didn't have the balance that we have now. Right now, hip-hop is great balance. Kendrick Lamar and Chief Keef, they're the yin and yang of hip-hop music. Think about it. For Kendrick, to me, his verse called out all the New York rappers who had mad excuses for the longest for why they weren't popping. Saying, oh, you gotta dumb it down nowadays. You gotta be on some southern beats to succeed. Well, here Kendrick is. He's not on that dumbing down shit. And he's not on southern beats. And he's still coming with it. Now what's your excuse? What excuse you gonna use now for the reason you're not popping in these streets? I'm waiting to hear it. And that's the best part about this verse. What is your excuse now? To keep it real, a lot of people just gotta come out and accept it and say, listen, Kendrick's just on a higher level, and the reason we're not buzzing or we're not on is because we're just not good enough. And a lot of rappers, nobody want to admit that, but that's what it really is. Even Chief Keef, and this is why I respect Chief Keef right here. Chief Keef responded on Twitter describing this whole shit. He said, lyrical lames. Lyrical lames. And that's exactly what I expected Chief Keef to say in response to this whole thing going on. So I gotta salute him. You could say a lot about Chief Keef, but you could know clearly this guy know what he is and what he isn't. He knows his lane, and you gotta respect somebody like that. I gotta respect somebody that knows his lane. Or there's a saying that goes, if you play your position, you'll never lose it. And that's what he's doing. He's playing his position. That's not his lane with all this lyricism shit. So of course he just he clowned it on Twitter, and then he moved on. He's back to his ignorant shit. And as I said, like Chief Keef and Kendrick Lamar did a yin and yang of hip-hop music. Lyricism and consciousness versus thuggery and ignorance. And don't get it twisted. Yo, I love Chief Keef music. I love how he embraces that shit. And you know what? Everybody has an ignorant nigga moment or nigga times during the week. For me, it's all weekend. Once it hit the weekend, I'm on that nigga shit. I'm on that nigga shit and I'm ratchet. So that's what it is. So I'm embracing Chief Keef then. He's dropping a mixtape today, and I'm definitely bumping that shit. Bang 2, that's going to be my whole anthem for the week. And Gucci Mane is just like Chief Keef. He ignorant, but he knows what he is. He stays his lane. He didn't even pay attention to this whole shit about Kendrick Lamar's verse. He dropped 3 mixtapes yesterday and had people talking about him too in the whole conversation to the responses about Kendrick's verse. So people were talking about his mixtapes while they were still talking about hip-hop. It's still a great day for hip-hop. As I said, it's a yin and yang. We got the consciousness and we still got the ignorance. And I really like it. He even got on Twitter and he was like, yo, name me your top 3 most pussy-ass rappers. Mine are Jeezy, Yo Gotti, and T.I. But there's 100 more. Y'all gotta respect that man. I don't care what nobody say, you gotta respect that man because he's true to what he is, doesn't hold his tongue. And at least from what I've seen, I've never seen someone really check him and he folded or end up apologizing or nothing like that. You gotta respect it. Seems real. Whether you agree with him or not, he's speaking his mind and nobody's checking him. Gucci Mane is what 40 Glock thought he wanted to be a couple years ago before he got his ass whipped by the game and thrown in the bushes. And then got on World Star and then sued. But I don't know if T.I., Yo Gotti, Young Jeezy are shook. I don't know if they ain't see the tweets. I don't know if they just ignoring Gucci at this point and just don't give a shit. But to me, like, Gucci's carrying the flag for all the ignorant niggas. He's the same nigga who recorded this song for the nigga or niggas that were involved with trying to kill him, and he ended up killing one of them. He went to their hometown, performed the track, and didn't give 2 shits about all the death threats niggas put out online about him. I gotta respect that man. To me, it's clear that Gucci Mane ain't a rational person. And that's somebody I don't want to get in his way. This nigga's on Twitter auctioning off Waka Flocka, which is his protege, the nigga who used to be like his right-hand man a couple years ago. He's auctioning off his rap contract. Like somebody trying to sell their old car on Craigslist. He's just doing it on Twitter. He said, who wants to buy this nigga? To me, hip-hop is in a great space right now. Backpackers or lyricists or whatever you want to call them, they're striving. Ignorance and stupidity too is also striving. Everybody's in a good place, in a good little pocket. Ratchets got a voice and fake intellectuals have a voice too. Hip-hop is in a perfect equilibrium right now. We got consciousness, ignorance. We got lyricism and simplicity. It all balances each other out. There's a space for everybody in this game right now. Anybody not flourishing right now, they only got themselves to blame. That's because you're not putting that work in. That's because you're not going on these tours grinding. You're not doing these mixtapes. You're not really connecting with your fans. You're not building up your fan base. You're not dropping songs regularly. You're not promoting yourself. You're waiting on other people. You're not doing all the groundwork that all these artists that are flourishing now have done. So you got no one else to blame but yourself. But right now, the only thing I can say after this week and actually after the last 2 days, I definitely love hip-hop. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I love where hip-hop's at right now. I love each of the facets that's within the culture. And I just want this shit to continue.